Tell me something honest. Have you ever looked at her picture and felt that strange mix of pain and nostalgia? Like your heart was remembering something your mind begged to forget? You told yourself you've moved on. You deleted the messages, burned the memories, convinced yourself she was just another chapter, but deep down you know that's a lie. Because she wasn't just anyone. She was the one who looked into your soul and made you believe you were finally enough, until the day she left, without warning, without closure, without looking back. And now every night feels like a conversation with her ghost. You replay her words, her laughter, the way she looked at you like you were the only man that existed, until she found someone else to look at the same way. And you can't understand how someone who swore she loved you could replace you so fast. You ask yourself what went wrong, what you missed, what you did to deserve being forgotten by the person you'd have died for. But here's the truth most men never face. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. She left because you stopped being the man she first met. You gave her your heart, your attention, your time. And in doing so, you lost your edge. You became predictable, available, ordinary. She didn't fall for your money, your looks, or your words. She fell for your energy. That quiet confidence, that mystery, that fire that made her feel small in the best way. And the moment you gave it up for comfort, she lost the spark that kept her chasing. So here's what I want you to do before this video begins. Comment the last thing your ex ever said to you. The last sentence that still haunts your mind. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why she said it, and why every woman you'll ever meet is wired the same way. This isn't just another video. This is your awakening. And once you see what's coming next, you'll never look at women, or yourself, the same way again. One, emotional power, the calm storm. There's a kind of man who doesn't react. She can insult him, test him, ignore him for a day, and yet he doesn't flinch. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't need her attention to feel complete. And that's what drives her crazy. You see, a woman's attraction doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in mystery. When you stay calm in chaos, when you don't lose your center, she starts to feel something primal. It's not fear, it's not curiosity, it's respect. Money can buy gifts, but Stoic energy buys desire. Women are wired to test a man's emotional frame. It's subconscious. She wants to know if your mind can withstand her storms. When you pass that test by staying unshaken, you separate yourself from 99% of men who crumble under emotional pressure. She doesn't remember how much you spent on dinner. She remembers how she felt around you, your silence, your composure, your strength. That's emotional power, and it's worth more than any dollar you'll ever earn. 2. Presence, the rarest luxury. Ask yourself this: when you're with her, are you truly with her? Most men sit across from a woman and scroll their phones. They nod when she talks, but their eyes wander. Their minds are elsewhere. But when a man listens, truly listens, he becomes unforgettable. Presence is magnetic. It's when your eyes lock into hers and she feels like time has stopped. It's when your attention isn't split, it's sacred. Presence communicates something money never can in value. It tells her, I have 1,000 things to do, but right now you're the only thing that matters. And women feel that deeply. A man who is fully present is a man who controls his world. Because in a world full of distractions, presence is dominance. The wealthiest man in the room might buy her diamonds, but the man who makes her feel seen and owns her emotions. 3. Self-mastery, the discipline that speaks louder than words. She might say she loves ambition, but what truly attracts her is discipline. Women watch how you treat yourself, your habits, your health, your time. Because every choice you make tells her who you are. You can't fake self-control. You can't hide laziness, addiction, or chaos. If you lack mastery over your emotions, your desires, your routines, no amount of success will make you attractive for long. Women are drawn to men who walk a straight line when the world tempts them to bend. Think of the man who wakes up early, trains his body, improves his mind, and never boasts. He doesn't chase pleasure, he controls it. He doesn't need approval, he earns respect. That discipline is louder than wealth because it shows integrity. And women know, a man who can control himself, can protect, lead, and inspire. That's why she'll choose the calm, consistent man over the rich one who's always chasing chaos. Because self-mastery isn't about showing power, it's about being power. 4. Mystery, the unreadable depth that pulls her in. Have you noticed how women always chase what they can't fully understand? It's not manipulation, it's psychology. When you tell her every feeling, every thought, every plan, she loses the thrill. But when you keep parts of yourself sacred, when your mind feels like an unread book, she becomes obsessed. Mystery triggers curiosity, and curiosity triggers emotional investment. Most men overexpose themselves too soon. They talk too much, they overshare, they reveal every scar hoping she'll stay. But attraction dies when predictability begins. The Stoic man speaks less but means more. He listens, observes, and lets silence do the talking. He doesn't explain his every move, because real men don't perform. They exist. When she looks at you and can't quite read you, when she wonders what you're thinking, what drives you, what hurts you, that's when she starts to crave your presence. Mystery makes her imagination work. And once a woman's mind starts painting pictures of who you might be, you've already won. Because now she's not just attracted to you, she's addicted to the idea of you. 5. Purpose. The one thing that makes her feel safe and small in the best way. Money can create comfort, but purpose creates gravity. A man with purpose walks differently. He doesn't chase people, people are drawn to him. He doesn't ask for love, love follows him. When a man moves with direction, women feel it. His focus, his drive, his silence, it all tells her, I'm going somewhere, and you can walk beside me if you're strong enough. Purpose is magnetic because it removes desperation. You're not living for her, you're living for something bigger. That's why women love men who are building something. Not because of the success, but because of the aura of movement. She wants to feel like she's part of something that matters. And when your life has a mission, when your everyday has meaning, you become the rare man who makes her feel safe to be feminine again. Because she knows nothing can distract you, not even her. And that's the paradox. When you stop chasing women, they start chasing you. Because you've turned your energy inward, towards purpose. And that's the one currency they can't find anywhere else. 6. Boundaries, the silent proof of strength. Every woman tests boundaries, not because she's evil, but because she's wired to seek strength. When she disrespects you, ignores you, or plays mind games, she's subconsciously asking, can you handle me? And most men fail. They become emotional, beg for validation, or walk on eggshells. But the strong man, the Stoic man, sets his limits with calm precision. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't explain himself. He simply walks away from disrespect without a word. That silence and that quiet certainty is what shocks her. Because a man who can walk away is a man she can't control. And the moment she realizes she can't control you, she starts to admire you. Boundaries are attractive because they communicate self-worth. They say, I value my peace more than your approval. And the truth is, the man who values his peace will always win over the one who only values her attention. 7. Emotional distance, the power of not needing her. This one hurts, but it's the truth. Women fall hardest for men who don't need them. Not in a cruel or distant way, but in a grounded, balanced way. When your world doesn't collapse if she leaves, she feels both safe and intrigued. Because in her mind, you become the mountain, solid, unmovable, eternal, while every other man is a wave crashing for her attention. When she feels that emotional gap, when she senses that no matter how much she loves you, she'll never fully own your soul, that's when attraction transforms into obsession. Women respect the man they can't fully have. And that's the secret. The more complete you are alone, the more irresistible you become together. 8. Integrity, the rarest form of masculine beauty. Integrity is the quiet confidence that doesn't need applause. It's doing the right thing when no one's watching. Keeping promises even when it hurts. Staying true even when it costs you something. Money can buy attention, but integrity buys trust. And once a woman trusts you, truly trusts your word, she'll follow you into storms without hesitation. In a world full of talkers, the man who acts is the one who wins her loyalty. Because she knows he doesn't need validation to do what's right. And in the deepest parts of her psychology, loyalty is worth more than luxury. 9. Masculine peace, the final thing she can't resist. At the end of it all, it's not the car, the house, or the bank balance that keeps her around. It's peace. When a woman feels peace around you, she falls, and deeply, silently, permanently. She's drawn to the man who doesn't bring drama. The man whose presence feels like exhale after a long storm. Because while the world screams for attention, you stand silent, confident, still grounded. Masculine peace is the final evolution of attraction. It's when your energy says, I don't chase, I attract. I don't prove. I just am. That's when she realizes she's not with a man trying to impress her. She's with a man she never wants to lose. Conclusion. Women may say they want luxury, but what they crave is depth. They may dream of wealth, but what their souls ache for is wisdom, peace, and power. Because a man with those and doesn't need to buy attraction, he becomes it. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.